Ah, didn't see you there. Hello, welcome. I'm Bisoner. I'm your host today. If you're wondering what all this is, I've I've been going through some changes, had some issues, so I've been sort of just wanting to just deal with them up front. And to put it basically, I am in another series within a good friend of mine talking about Warhammer. So in spirit of, well, I know not everyone's available for doing, you know, such incredibly overly consuming work, I'm gonna make a miniature cover series on my channel. I just talks about the stuff that I believe, well, not just believe, but actually learned that I missed. Our first episode was the intro of humanity, and I made not very many mistakes during that episode. For starters, I uh, I didn't go to my script. I didn't actually read my script properly. That's right. I wrote a whole, what is it? 30-page script. Didn't use like much of it because going off of just pure remembrance, not easy. So for a quick coverage, the first thing I missed, or I either glanced over or wasn't seemed important enough. We started our journey in the 15 millennia, which most people are going, who are actual 40k nerds, going, "Wow, why would you start off there? Clearly, you should start from the war in heaven." And that I say, too obvious. Not to mention, I feel like it's easier to understand humanity coming to someone who's, well, you're human. You can understand how humanity starts off. However, in both this right, I feel like I actually messed up. Not just because I side covered humanity first. I kept jumping from portion to portion incorrectly. Like, I actually, in my script, wrote from topic to topic and a bit about details that were important. I just realized I didn't turn on any music. Eh. Um, let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Just imagine there's some really nice music going on. Just believe hard enough. All right. So now, I to continue on going forth, I genuinely believe that I could have done way better in that episode by the pure fact that I could have, well, I should have written things better. And you're probably wondering, oh, okay, why you mention this? Just move on to the point. And the point very well is, well, working on something that's incredibly complicated and trying to rush it, not a good idea. Like, at all. So, like, hold on, I mean, just literally, quite literally, pull up a goddamn bit of the script. Because, to put it blankly, I messed up so much that I genuinely believe that someone else could have probably done better with less goddamn time. Like, looking back here at my show notes, I had the first topic I was destined to talk about was the Stellar Exodius, which only I think really big like lore heads know. This is like when humans first started spanning out into the outer, like started spreading out across the galaxy originally. Heck, um, hold on, servitor. No, servitor, wrong thing. But to put it basically, I had this prepared. Servitor, it's way too big. Thank you, servitor. Now, to put it blankly, this, as many might know, is the solar Exodus map. I actually didn't mess anything up here, but I feel like I didn't need to do this so pointlessly. I could have just gone, this is the map, here it is, that there. I answered his question where he asked, what's that big marker? It's Terra, which is also Earth. Which, moving on to the next thing in my slide, like, again, that's not a really big topic. Heck, in my show notes, I could barely, this is like 3 paragraphs, and the third paragraph's more like barely 2 sentences. Next is another also brilliant point. A servitor. Move on to the next slide. Servitor. 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 What is that? God. Okay. But warp travel, a very big thing in Warhammer. I spent both too long and not enough time on this. This is, I mean, some people will probably get how I explained it because a certain other very popular, famous YouTuber explained this. But I explained the warp. I also explained the warp here. But I think I ate a bunch of my time, so that's why I got confused. I explained it as, oh, hey, it's nether travel. Because the warp is both heaven, hell, purgatory, and everything in between. And it's weird, wacky, and destructive. Now let's see. Next thing. By the way, for warp travel, I had another 3 paragraphs. Very strange how I always work in 3s here. Okay. This one's actually a topic I actually don't think I have to cover at all because I kind of nailed navigators. STCs. Okay. Actually, no. There is a part of navigators I butchered. Because I jumped from navigators to STCs in an incorrect order. Servitor. Move over to next slide. Servitor. 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 I should have known you'd fuck this up. Why is it's needlessly big? Okay, there we go. Swear, servitors. Can never get any good help nowadays. But when it came to navigators, I actually kind of jumped the gun. Oh god, I just realized that. Alright, servitor, move it over so I can explain how it and an STCs got fucking butchered. Servitor, I'm waiting. God damn it, servitor. At least you're a bit quicker than this time. I jumped between these topics, explaining navigators being just navigators, but not having a good segue to go into FTCs. I think I explained STCs a bit wrong. Because they're blueprints of things to make stuff. And I think my friend took that as an STC is a crafting table that you can just make anything with, which, I mean, there are advanced STCs that are owned by like the Leagues of Votan, but that's like, again, not the topic we're talking about. We're talking about the intro of humanity. We're talking about basic shit. I also don't. It's just quite literally just moving into this topic. I feel like I fucked it up. I also think I spent way too long in STCs. Like, also, I should have explained warp. Like, I should have moved warp travel into after SDCs, because SDCs has a thing that goes into this. Like, it makes me a bit mad because I could have done this better. Servitor, move us to Servitor. Oh, right, I need to tell you what next slide. Next slide is Psychers. Nope, don't cover Psychers. I actually did an amazing job covering Psychers, which I know immediately some people are gonna look at my armor and go, yeah, you got it right because you're a Grey Knight. I'm not a Grey Knight. Anyway, now moving on. So Psychers, I got down really good. And honestly, here's the thing: I should have gone from Psychers to Abhumans. However, technically, I wasn't even meant to cover Psychers yet because we were just then getting into the Cybernetic Revolt, which others know as the Rise of the Men of Iron, which I actually don't. Again, another thing I didn't really mess up on. I mean, I had more information here. I don't think I talked about. I could have mentioned some of the meme information. The end of the Golden Age. That's something I know I messed up. Hold on. All right. All right. All right. Servitor. Golden Age clip. Golden Age clip. Why don't you have anything to show? Oh, right, because there's nothing in the slide for the Golden Age technology. Huh. Have a picture of the Emperor. Yeah, just imagine that's the Golden Age technology. It's not. It's the Emperor. But to put it basically, Golden Age technology, again, I covered the rise and fall of the Men of Iron before the Golden Age technology. Or the Golden Age, as some are called. I just realized I have it in my notes as both. But I didn't cover this in the right order, so it doesn't make sense. Like, I think, looking enough in the video, I think I portrayed it well, of just going, I mean, it's when humanity peaked in technology, which it is. Again, not much else other to say, but I just want to clearly state I said it in the wrong order, makes issues, yada yada. Servitor, next clip. Oh, wait, right. I need to tell Servitor what to do. So next. Oh, never mind, Servitor. Put the Avenge of the Emperor back up. The next thing I talked about, very briefly, was the Emperor. And the two other people being the Amar Astarti, and Malcolm Sigilite. Servitor, do we have images of those people? Wait, why am I trying to talk to you? You can't speak. Why do you not have? I guess I should have prepared it in advance. Well, imagine Malcolm Sigilite and Amara Starty. I talked about these two. I mentioned them very briefly because if this series continues, probably can do a whole episode about those two. More not one of them because Amara Starties doesn't have much information. And then at the end of this, there's the Great Crusade, which going into the Great Crusade and going with the Age of Strife. I'm gonna be honest, I rushed the hell out of the Age of Strife. Where I think I mentioned in the video, hey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna cover it some other day. Bad choice, because the Age of Strife also just so happens when the Thunder Warriors and Space Marines were being around. And just even looking back at my notes, at the end of the Age of Strife, I specifically had a whole paragraph about Slaanesh and the 20 legions. I had details. Do I? I'm gonna take a while and guess we don't have a Great Crusade image. No, because of course why? I also realized I had an F. Yeah, actually no, I glimpsed over. Yeah. But going into this, I then went roughly. I think I actually didn't mention, even though in my show notes I have mentioning Mars the Mechanicus. I think I skimmed them over by going, oh yeah, the people of Mars are tech boys. Like, that's not enough to really classify what all went to Mars. Ah, now this is a topic that, one, I have way too much details about. That I know I do not have an image for. But I have. We can go to this image. Servitor, enhance. Okay, thank you, Servitor. No, wait. That's your job. You don't deserve thanks. This is image for purely just placeholding. Conquest of the Void. I think I did a pretty good covering this topic. However, the me of the past really stretched this out to the point where I'm thinking me in the past thought this was like borderline start of Great Crusade. And this is the point where I think I started going off the tails because I realized I was getting to the end of my rope. More accurately, I was getting to the end of my show notes. Because right after the Conquest of the Void, I started mentioning Primarchs, and I got lots of information wrong. One, I got Primarch Order wrong, because of course I did. Second, I got Discovery wrong. I messed up Horse and the Lunar Wolves. I almost explained them correctly, and then I explained Lion. No, wrong Primarch. I explained Lehman Russ wrong. I included some correct details. I just explained them in the wrong order. And also, I'm pretty sure I explained about who discovered them incorrectly. I would put images of Horus and Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ. I was going to fuck up again. I would put an image of both of them. However, I'm not sure if I have both of them. Servitor, pull me the files. Servitor. 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 Servitor, this will do. Servitor. Replace the image. When things get... Servitor, Jesus Christ. I mean, Emperor Christ. When it comes down to it, I explained Lehman and Russ very wrong. Well, not entirely. I mentioned his drinking and his eating. It's just the fact that in reality, I pushed it in the wrong order. I know... Here's the thing. The reason I brought up Lehman Russ is because when I was talking to my friend, it was the Primarch he was the most interested in. So I decided, just like, oh, well, to get him hyped for the next episode and make him want to continue doing this, I should include the Primarch he likes. Because we did a little bit talking about Warhammer ahead of time. We also did a funny little tier list. In fact, that's where I got this image from. Where I was like, rate these characters. And I also got some banners. Oh, I just realized I could have pulled up the banners for Lehman Russ and Sons of Horus. Oh, I'm sorry, the Lunar Wolves. Oh, wait, I don't have the Lunar Wolves. I have the Sons of... Oh, fuck off. But to put it basically, yeah. Servitor, turn off the, turn it off. All of it, Servitor. Not me! Alright. So, that's, I believe, everything that I missed. Sorry if the audio and stuff has been shoddy. OBS updated. I mean, my armor's, fuck it, I don't know how to RP. But yeah, OBS updated, some things working. I think at some point I turned music on, and it should be on. However, I also realized that it wasn't proper, like... I mean, you see where we are. It makes no sense for me to be playing, like, smooth jazz here. So maybe next time I do this, hopefully an actual videos come out, and I've started covering the next one, and then he's editing it. But also, at the same time, it's probably going to take a really long time. In the meantime, I'm currently just waiting for next details and whatnot. But I'm hoping I can have some fun with this. As you can see, I have a little, well, avatar. So I'm hoping I can bring some goofs, some funny. I'm also trying to get back into YouTube. Not that before this I was really into it. But expect when I'm doing normal content, you'll see the silly little snake doodad. Oh, actually, originally when I was doing this, I was going to do this little bit in series. I actually had a different thing prepared. Let's see. Bring forth the original concept. Snake. As you might have seen from other parts of my channel, there's the silly snake. I plan on, well, when I do start doing some normal recordings and whatnot, you'll see him very often. Without the helmet, of course. But yeah, you should be seeing more of me soon. I'm gonna try and make sure the video's not superly long. But, thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoyed. And I hope to bring more information and start doing more stuff on YouTube. Alright, everyone. Peace. Why is it delayed? How do I... Oh. I just realized I think I have the thing turned off where you couldn't even hear that. Shit. Hold on. Let me try that one more time. Alright.
Take me into battle.
That was louder than I thought. Oof.